The healing power of prayer. This is actually really interesting. And when I saw this article, it reminded me of a professor of mine that back in school talked about how there's more evidence in prayer healing certain problems, certain conditions, than some of the most commonly used modalities out there today, which is crazy to think about. But let's go ahead and dive in here. Before we do, I'm Dr. Nick Zarowski, and welcome to the channel. Be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, because if you don't hit that notification bell, you'll never know when my new videos come out. And also be sure to check out my whole library of natural health videos at www.drzee.tv. That's where you take the first step in improving your health naturally. Now, heal me, O Lord, and I shall be healed. Save me, and I shall be saved, for you are my praise. Jeremiah 17:14. The Bible is filled with references about healing power of prayer, and today researchers are proving that people who believe in a higher power are indeed healthier mentally, emotionally, and physically. Plus, studies have shown that people of faith live longer. One nationwide study at The Ohio State University found that people who have religious affiliations live nearly 4 years longer than those who had no ties to religion. Let's go ahead and talk about some of the statistics here. Here are some eye-opening statistics examining the role of faith in common conditions, according to Dr. Koenig. Now, first is depression. This is the most common emotional disorder in the world, especially among medical patients. Religious involvement is linked to 61% less depression and faster recovery from depression. Pretty incredible. Suicide's another big one here. Among those religiously involved, 75% of the studies found that there are fewer suicides and more negative attitudes towards suicide in that particular population. How about alcohol use and drug dependence? A full 86% of those who are religiously involved do not abuse drugs or alcohol, and 84% are less likely to illicit drugs. Now let's talk about the power of prayer with well-being and happiness. In 70% of the studies, religious involvement is related to a better all-around feeling of wellness. Exercise, weight, and risky behaviors. Having a firm belief in religion correlated to 68% of people who exercise more and are physically active. They also engage in less extramarital sex and safer sexual practices. Pretty interesting there. Cardiovascular function. Religious people have 57% lower blood pressure, 67% or 63% better cardiovascular health, and 63% less coronary artery disease. Now that is just like unbelievable. Immune and endocrine function. A full 56% of those who have religious affiliations enjoy stronger immune function, and a whopping 74% have better endocrine function. And then of course there's mortality. Religious involvement is related to a greater longevity overall, like I said earlier on, a 4-year longer lifespan. Go ahead and tell me what you think about this in the comments below, because this is actually quite significant. So it turns out that prayer and having a religious belief seems to improve your health greatly, and it's something worth looking into. And as a matter of fact, this doctor, he goes on to say that the brain and higher cortical processes are directly connected through the nervous system to the major physiological healing systems, the immune, the endocrine, and cardiovascular system. This connection allows how we think to affect our physiological well-being. And that's true. How we think of ourselves, our outlook on the world, our mental state, all of those things have so much to do with our overall health. And this doctor even says, I think physicians should identify the spiritual needs of the patient and ensure that some of those needs are met. Pretty interesting. So what do you think about this? The healing power of prayer. This is something that is worth looking into and taking seriously. To learn more about natural health, check out all the other videos on my channel.